Joining us now from Buckingham Palace, NBC royal commentator Daisy McAndrew. Daisy, good morning to you. You're looking so sweet and springy. Let's talk about the Queen because, you know, it's one thing to miss that Thursday service. It's a long one. She didn't come to church yesterday. That surprised a lot of people. How is her health? Is that a worrisome sign?
I think it's very interesting. Buckingham Palace and the royal family are now treating the Queen's engagements in a different way. The sources have been saying this weekend that from now on we shouldn't expect to see the Queen, and if on the day of engagements that she might want to go to, she feels up to it, only then will we know that she's going. So this is a reverse, and I think one of the reasons they want to change the way they discuss the engagements she's going to take part in is because they don't want the constant will she, won't she, the constant wondering, is she up to it and what's going on with her health. So from now on, we're told she will not be expected at most big events unless she feels up to it. But you're absolutely right, and Keir was right in his piece. Her faith, her religion is very, very important to her. We know that she will have taken the decision not to go to Maundy Thursday, where she traditionally hands out little gestures to people who really deserve it, and then not to go to Easter Sunday service. That will have been a decision not taken lightly. But we're told that she is increasingly frail. You can see it with your own eyes. She's lost considerable amount of weight. She doesn't want to be seen in a wheelchair. This is certainly one of the factors for the decision. So anything that might involve a lot of standing up, a lot of walking, is certainly, I think, not going to be something she's going to be able to do in the future. But as Keir said, she turns 96 this week.
Of course. So let's talk about the surprise visit of Harry and Meghan to the Queen. I always smile about that because I'm sure that you don't just drop in on the Queen. Yoo-hoo! She wasn't surprised, I'm sure, but the rest of us were. Have you learned anything more about that and what that might mean for mending the relationships there?
I think certainly everybody who was watching those events unfurl, who knew that there was this appointment, will have been hoping that this is a sign of things to come, and certainly maybe this opens the door to a full recrimination, full end to recriminations, a building of those bridges. So I think a lot of people will now be hoping that Harry and Meghan and their two children will make it over here for that long celebration of the first weekend in June, and maybe we'll even see them on the Buckingham Palace balcony behind me on that day. I think that would go down very, very well.
Indeed. And we saw Will and Kate kind of step up and lead the royal family into Easter services. They're senior royals now. There is, of course, Prince Charles and Camilla. So how do you interpret that?
I think it was very interesting that Charles and Camilla had stood in for the Queen on Maundy Thursday, and then William and Kate stood in for the Queen on Sunday. But again, going back to the Harry and Meghan thing, I think it was a shame that we didn't hear that there was any meeting between the two brothers. We know that Harry, at the Queen's insistence, we understand, did meet with his father, Prince Charles, for 15 minutes before he met the Queen in her private apartment. But in fact, on that day, William and Kate were abroad on a skiing holiday. So I hope that that is coincidence and not a deliberate decision by Harry to avoid his brother. But we do think that relations are still pretty poor between the two brothers. But yes, we can see that William, who is now 40 years old, is carrying on increasingly large and significant events in the Queen's footsteps.
All right, Daisy McAndrew outside Buckingham Palace. Thank you. It's good to see you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.